Positive Power 21.org Internet Radio.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me at PositivePower21.org. I'm your host, Joey Royce, and tonight I have on my show is Donald. Donald is from the Baltimore area, and I find this brother on Facebook all the time. I listen to, I read his writings. He's so spiritual, really deep. Well, he's on the show tonight to tell us where he get his strong spirituality from and where he draw his positive energy. Hey, Donald, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure, my brother. Now, Donald, now you write some really deep stuff out there on Facebook, man. I mean, one time I had to call you. I got a little worried one time,
Right,
but
right.
but you told me what you was going through at the time, so I understood you. Now, Facebook, tell me a little bit. Where you find your energy at to write. The things you write on Facebook. Tell me a little bit about
Well, as those of you who have Facebook pages know, a lot of times people post a lot of negative things, not just on Facebook, but online in general. And to be honest, we see enough of negativity on the news, on TV, and things of that nature. So I said I was going to use my page for something different and try to post some positive things online because just as many negative things are happening, as that made positive things happen.
it. That's
I
right.
try to
That's
come back to the negative things that people are going through on a regular basis with something positive so they give them some strength to go on.
okay. Now, what kind of feedback are you getting from your Facebook family?
Now, believe it or not, I get a lot of positive feedback. At first, I uh, had to question it because I noticed on a lot of my pages, uh, people do not respond one way or the other. As
Right.
opposed to when I look at a lot of my other friend pages, they have a whole lot of responses. But when I run across people face to face, they tell me that they have read my posts and they enjoy my posts, even though they may not say anything on Facebook. And I've had several people tell me that. So then it just gives me the encouragement to continue on because at first I didn't think a lot of people was reading it, but they let me know that there are a lot of people reading it.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I guess you're right about that. Like, if you don't get a whole bunch of likes, because I see some people do likes, and it's like, wow, they like that,
Right.
and then you read something deep, because I mean, it's a couple brothers out there write some really deep stuff, and I know you guys, and I know you guys have real deep spirituality, and you're there, in your life, because a lot of us in our 40s and our early 50s now, and you have lived life.
Exactly.
Now, like like yourself, you had a college life, you're in your career, you experiencing things. Now,
Exactly.
now, I know now you're working in a place where you see people from all walks of life, and sometimes it's not good stuff.
Right.
Are you relating some of your spirituality to what you see? I mean, are you drawing something from these people? What's going on there?
I actually am. Uh, because mostly every day, the clients that I come across have a lot of negativity to say. And so
Right.
if you allow yourself to be drawn in like that, you'll find yourself being negative as well. And so
Mm.
I try to take their negative energy and put a spin on it and make it positive. And I even try to relate to them in a more positive way to let them know that even we as workers, we do want to see the best for you all. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of times they think that nobody cares about them and this or the other. But it is our job, first of all, to make sure they do what they're supposed to, and then to also show them that we care. And so
That's
that's
right.
where I
Now,
get a lot of my energy and a lot of my words from, just from the people I see on a daily basis.
now that's tough though, Donald, because sometimes now you and I have similar backgrounds.
Right.
We
Right.
we both come from two parent households, and we watch dad go off to work every day. Now I had a job working in the community, right down in Sandtown, and you see everything. You see
Right.
the good and the bad,
Exactly.
and sometimes you see a lot more of the bad. And you think about when you have a job like that where you're doing field work and you're actually going into these people's homes and seeing the things you're seeing. If you have a big heart, you always want to see the best for people,
Absolutely.
you know. But everybody can't be a billionaire, and everybody not gonna be a millionaire.
Right.
But you figure if people just have the necessities of life, sometimes that's enough to make them feel like they're a millionaire. 'Cause let's face it, sometimes they got too much stuff anyway.
That's right.
So I mean, a few luxury of life could be a widescreen TV and food to eat and a roof and heat every day. You know, so you can't always say just because they living in this community doesn't mean they're not happy. Of course they're
That's
gonna
right.
want more, but
Exactly.
they're making it happen.
Right.
Now with me, seeing too much of it was kind of drawing me down. I guess because at the time I wasn't. I guess my spirituality is not where it is today, where I'm a much stronger man.
Right.
Then I wasn't used to seeing what I was seeing, and I guess I didn't have enough armor on, and I wasn't prepared for it. Now, and I was in church. I was doing a lot in church, and
Right.
I was reading the Word. I was doing Bible study. Both my wife and I, my kids. But I think I guess because I was out in the outside of that for so long, because I grew up in the hood. I grew up on a farm, so I
Right.
know what poor is.
Right.
You farming for your food. So I know what poor is. Not having the luxuries of life. Cable TV and all the stuff that we got now. Now, down you seeing it every day. It's coming in, and you seeing amputees. You seeing the poor. You seeing the poor of the poor. A person waiting for you to give them something.
Right.
To make their life better. Where are you pulling your spirituality from? Is it just from the word itself? Tell us.
From the word, from some of the things that I watch on TV, because I try to watch stuff on TV that's going to uplift.
Wow.
Like people who got shows like Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
He try to even through the negative people that may be on there, he tried to draw the positive out of them. Even on Oprah Winfrey's channel, I look at some of talk shows and some of things that they discuss on there. You have to draw positive energy from wherever source you can, and then of course
Yeah.
by the word.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
Right. You're
because
right. You have to use everything.
you have to. You can't just try to get your positive energy just from one box and think that's going to be it. The way this world is, you have to be able to draw your energy from different things
All
so
the
that you
resources.
can be better relate to those who are going through.
Right. Okay. So you say you using certain programming, like you said Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey's own channel. What else
Right.
are you viewing and listening to?
And then I listen to like some of the stations on radio. Sometimes I listen to WRBS and like they be playing somebody like Charles Stanley or Tony Evans.
Right.
I listen to those people like that, so that they say yes, there's some negative things that's happening, but you don't have to stay where you are. We just have to
Right.
fight. See, I think part of the problem is a lot of people today aren't willing to fight. They want
Yeah, they're
things
giving up.
handed to them. They don't want to have to work for different things or what have you. But a lot of times, in order to be successful, you have to really fight for it.
That's right. Wow. You do. Right, because I mean, I guess you could say it's a spiritual war going out there right now.
Yes, very much so. And like you stated earlier, that's why we have to put our whole armor on, because
That's right.
it's a battle.
And it's funny, Donald, because so you and I've been friends since 2007,
Right.
and we where I come from, a publishing background, and it's funny because when I first got into the business, it was more for the glamour, the star stuff, that came along with being a publisher.
Right.
And of course, we put, when we first put our paper out there, we put it out there to help enrich the community, but we didn't really know the community at the time. It was our community, it was Eastern Shore, but then we got to a point we said, you know what, we don't really know them that well, but we know enough about them that we think they need some empowerment.
Right.
But we found out the only people that really need the empowerment was our little black boys, and
That's
then
it.
that's when my brother started an entrepreneur program, and then we got the business community together because they got the respect because they saw we was putting money into a good product, and they reached out to help the kids, and then we found out a lot of those kids that was in that program. I mean, you talking about 93, 94, have finished college now.
Absolutely.
I know. I said that was incredible. So I looked at. I said, wow, that was real positivity, and that's where we are today, man. Is pulling different resources that's out there, bringing it all together in one hub. People like you to help inspire people, keep them motivated. It's
And
tough out there.
and that's what it's all about. And it's funny that we're talking like this. I'm in the process of writing a book,
Yes,
and
yes, we waiting on that.
it's in the editing stage. My editor has been busy, and I have been busy, so we haven't been able to come back together to prepare our notes.
Yeah,
You know, but but I also believe that maybe the reason why it's taking so long is so that once it's done, it is done right, and other people are gonna want to read it, so that I can encourage them to go through whatever it is they're going through.
that's right, man. We got to bring you back out on the show and let people know that you out there and you ready to help. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And
You'd
the
be
sad part
surprised.
is, there's not enough of that going on today.
It's not. It's not. You're right, Down. It's not a lot of it out there. I mean, the few resources we have. It's funny. A supervisor over at federal agency is helping me with the mentoring program over at Woodlawn High School.
Okay.
Principal reached out to us, invited us to come out on his B days, where he has I think like 35 young men, good students, but they just lacking some leadership, and
Okay.
he's trying to bring them together so they can kind of form some type of like a fraternity bond, similar to what the football players do. Because a lot of them they come from different walks of life, whether it's music, math, technology, sports, but he bring them all together under one roof in these classroom settings. And what he hoping for us is to do is to teach these guys how to become leaders and not following followers.
Right.
So I'm bringing this type of programming to them. Like they really enjoy this piece that's on the site where Les Brown is narrating and he's showing some of these celebrities who were where these kids are today. They didn't have a support system, and people are saying they won't be this, you can't be this,
Right.
and it's not going to happen to you. But he's saying they proved them wrong, and then today they're showing them that not only most of them are millionaires, but they're successfully helping other people become wealthy and successful at the same
Right.
time. You're talking about your Mandelas, your Gandhis, all those guys out there, your Michael Jordans, you name it. It was always somebody that said, you can't do this, you can't do that. Why are you trying to do that? So I'm hoping that Positive Power 21 will bring people like you on board, the Team 21 family, and say, hey, God put you in this for a reason. You're
Right.
here for a reason to help somebody, pull that person up. Because you're in a pretty good place right now, Down. You're a homeowner, your family, you worship together, you're
Right.
educated man. And the next segment we like to make you part of is our Uncovering Mr. Right. So, ladies, I want you to sit back and click that mouse over to Uncovering Mr. Right. You can Google it and or click it right off the link. And we're going to listen to Mr. Donald perspective on being the perfect man. All right, sound
All right.
good?
All right.
All right, Donald. Any last words for my audience?
First things first. Make sure you keep God first, and everything that you try to attempt. And it may not go the way that you want it to go, but you keep God first. You'll find yourself achieving not only the goals that you have set for yourself, but other goals that you didn't even think about setting for yourself. and all the
Absolutely.
other positive things will fall into place.
Absolutely. And Donald, tell people where they can find you at on the Facebook page.
Well, if you go to Facebook and you can look up Donald B on Facebook and friend me, then we can become friends and we can encourage one another to achieve the goals that we all want to achieve.
That's right. We'll make sure we have Donald's link in the intro of when we get into this program, so you people know where to find him. At Donald is an excellent writer. We always encouraging him to continue. And I'm glad Facebook has given you that platform to diary us and
So am I.
engage us. All right.
Absolutely.
All right, that's Donald B. That's PositivePower21.org. I'm Jerry Royce. Stay tuned for more programming, and thank you for connecting with us. Have a great evening, everybody.
Positive Power 21.